the London stop, they call it, or like the UK stop, because like I think a lot of the London guys like are really big into completely running in front of the girl and just like stop. That was like the way I learned. My first like 20 approaches I ever did were like that too. The first time I ever went out with a coach and did some day game. Honestly, I'm not super big into actually getting in front of her and getting her to stop. I actually prefer to go like, if she's walking here, I'll go like in front of her, but I don't want to become an obstacle in front of her, because the moment you do that, she's already instinctually, just as a reflex, is going to start shifting away. Like the first reflex is eject, just because you've created an obstacle. And the other thing is be at a good distance. So a lot of dudes open too close to the girl. Like if you do a front stop and you're right in front of her, unless she finds you extremely attractive, most likely that's just going to result in a blowout. Okay, because you're like forcing her to just instinctually have a reflex to go around you. It's going to be really hard to just like turn that around instantly. So first thing I would say is give yourself more space. And then I also don't recommend getting completely in front of her and becoming an obstacle. I would say if she's walking, you want to be like slightly, almost like 45-degree angle, but not quite, like in front of her. And then I slowly stop walking. Okay, but I'm not like, stop, I need to talk to you. Right? It's more like I'm off to the side and I'm slowing down my walk and I'm gauging her walk, because a lot of the times girls will see you doing that. And I'm looking at the speed that she's walking, because a lot of girls will start slowing down. And then you have like 1 to 2 seconds to start talking to get her to fully stop. And I start slowing down as I see her softening. I'll slow down and then completely stop. It's calibrated to her body movement, because if I stop and she never stopped and she's already going around me, it's already like a rejection. And now I'm turning around and I'm like, wait, hold on, seriously. As opposed to I get in front of her, I'm starting to slow down, and maybe she starts slowing down, but she hasn't completely stopped. I could just keep walking and I'm like 2 feet ahead of her, talking like this. And I can have a couple extra seconds to communicate with her. And the moment I see she's engaged, I completely stop. And also depends on like if we're in a mall and there's a lot of room, or if we're on like a narrow sidewalk, it's different. Do you spend hours and hours on YouTube watching pickup and dating content, but yet you're still not getting the results you feel like you deserve? I mean, that's exactly how I was. I spent 9 months watching YouTube content obsessively without ever making a single approach, without ever talking to a girl. And the messed up part of it was I genuinely thought I was getting better while I was watching that content. I would watch a new video, I would study, I would learn something, and in my mind, I thought I was getting better. And this process continued over months and months and months. The reality, I never talked to a single girl during that time. And when I finally went out, I had watched so much content that I was so overwhelmed in my brain that I couldn't even open. 9 months wasted studying content to take zero action. Because the reality is, it's not about the content you study. It's about the action, the implementation, and the execution that's ultimately going to get you those new reference experiences, that's going to get you that success, that's going to build up that core confidence and help you internalize the content you actually study. Okay, studying without execution is literally meaningless. It's actually going to put you more in your head. Okay, that's literally what happened to me. And it wasn't until I finally hired a mentor and was invested, had some skin in the game, had some accountability, that I finally started taking action. He showed me that step-by-step game plan, that roadmap, as well as what I needed to focus on this week, right now, what I needed to go out and do and execute. And guess what? Once I had all of those pieces and I was actually invested and I had that guidance, I did take that next step. I did push it one step forward, and I did finally start to make some progress, okay? Watching a bunch of content without doing the other side of it is absolutely pointless. And this is exactly why I've come up with my brand new mentorship program, to hold guys accountable, to give them that personalized guidance, as well as that step-by-step game plan for them to focus on what they need to go out to implement and to execute right now. Not watching hours and hours and hours of content to get more in their head. No, none of that, okay? I'm gonna literally show you what you need to do right now just to take that next step. We're gonna hold you accountable. I'm gonna answer any questions that you have along the way, and you're gonna get that personalized coaching that you need from someone that's been through this before. Okay, that's the best way to get results in this. And ultimately the most effective, fastest process to really genuinely get good at this, okay? So if you're interested in doing this, click the link below, click the link in the description, and book a free call with us to find out more about how you can work with me, not a member from my team, but actually you'll work with me personally to achieve your goals with women and dating. Click the link below, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace out.